There are unions in the past, hey, let's not do a draft. Let's do total free agency. And the reason management doesn't want that is because the draft is a way to equally distribute talent in theory by making it about the quality of the front office and scouting. Something's going on in the NFL right now. Not enough attention is being paid to it. But are you aware that in the NFL draft, and we've talked about guaranteed versus not guaranteed money, and you may be listening to Pablo Torre Finds Out and all of the epiphanies and all the leaked documents that Pablo gets with collusion, whatever, and all the different things that happen with guaranteed money. Baseball, all the dollars are guaranteed. In football, only what is guaranteed under contract and at signing is what's guaranteed. Well, it turns out when you draft a player in the second round in the NFL, that right now, 29 of 32 second round picks are not signed, and we are weeks away from training camp opening. 29 of 32 of them aren't signed. Why is that? Are the 29 players colluding against their teams? Yes, they are. Now, it's not actual collusion, just like what the NFL did was not actual collusion, the legal term, the definition of it. But the 29 second round picks, do you think for 1 second that they have not gotten together to say, hey, we're not happy here. We're not getting enough guaranteed money. We are not getting fully guaranteed contracts. The first two picks of the second round signed full guaranteed deals. Last year, the first two second round picks did not get guaranteed deals. So the thought was, hey, we're making progress. What I'd like to propose is it has nothing to do with whether a deal is fully guaranteed. It has to do with the amount that you are guaranteed at signing. If I sign a $100 million deal as a second round pick with $5 million guaranteed, what I'm really signing is a $5 million deal. If the next year I only get a $50 million deal, but $10 million of it is guaranteed, would you agree that the second deal is better because I'm guaranteed $10 million and not 5? The way we talk about this, it confounds me. I struggle with it because including what Pablo did in Pablo's show, and it's not Pablo, but what he's talking about with the money that went to Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson and yada, 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 Kyler Murray, talking about whether it's fully guaranteed or not. Let's look at the money that the players are actually getting. So, how do you figure out what you want to do? The 49ers have a second round pick. He's the 43rd overall selection. His name, it doesn't matter, but his name is Alfred Collins. He reached agreement on a 4-year, $10.3 million deal. But the important part is that over $9 million of that was guaranteed. Therefore, to me, the number 43 pick, second rounder, that is pegged at over $9 million. Why would all of the other second round picks not fall in line right now and not sign as though there were slotting, which is why baseball did slotting in its draft in order to eliminate all of this gobbledygook nonsense, in order to let it be known to a player where you're drafted, that's where you are going to be, that's what you're going to get paid. Now, we can still screw around. We can still offer you less than the slot, and we can offer you what we think would be the right number, but we can't go over it. But generally, you see picks that slot in order unless it's acknowledged that you're picking a player at a number, like maybe the number 1 pick by the Nationals this year, that he otherwise would not have been at if he didn't get and agree to a lower number. The NFL draft is ostensibly the same thing. When people are brought in, the biggest difference is not guaranteed versus not guaranteed, guaranteed versus not guaranteed. It's not about slotting. The biggest difference in the NFL draft is that all of these players, including the second rounders, are expected to actually be on the team. They're expected to actually contribute. Whereas in baseball, it is years until they contribute, if they contribute at all. So while we're sitting here telling you that, oh, the NFL Players Union, they're really working on these draft picks because in years past, a second round pick would get only 77% of his money guaranteed. But this year, a player got 88% of his money guaranteed. That means there's progress in the guarantee. Yeah, it does. That's the only thing that should be focused on by the players, not whether it's fully guaranteed. It is such a misdirection of our attention. And what the media talks to you about is focus on fully guaranteed. No, focus on total amount that's guaranteed, not the percentage, the actual notional dollar amount.